Hey Kaila, it's Brody here from Pacific Toyota. Just here to give you a quick virtual tour on the lovely Hyundai I30. A little bit about us before I jump into that. Obviously we are Pacific Toyota here in Cairns. We do have two used vehicle yards. One where I'm standing here at 77 Mulgrave Road. The other one about 2 kilometres down our main road here at 235 Mulgrave Road. Just next to that we also have Toyota brand new vehicles and Lexus of Cairns. Without going too much further into us, I'll jump straight into the virtual tour of this lovely I30. So first of all, I'll start underneath the bonnet for you, just to give you a good look under here. All right, as you can see, they have just replaced the battery, so it is a new battery in there as well. And as you can see, underneath, it's all nice and clean as well. And under the bonnet's extremely tidy too. All right, popping that one down there for you. I'll give you a good look while that bonnet's popped down. All right, looks all nice and clean. I'll go through the bonnet first of all. What I want to do is just point out any sort of nicks, scratches, any marks or paint damage that might be on the car. I did have a quick look through here and it's extremely clean. Coming down the front right-hand guard here, just a bit of dust on there. Otherwise, all nice and clean on that front guard. Through the front tyre, as you can see, really clean there. And all nice and tidy through that wheel. No gutter rash or anything like that as well. These I30s have a beautiful front in them. There's a slight little scuff just on there that I wanted to point out to you. Otherwise, looks all nice and clean. Obviously, like I said, the front grille on these I30s are extremely clean. Gives you a really, really good looking car. All right, there is a couple of light scratches just under the front bar there. Obviously being close to the ground, you're gonna get that on a few of these cars. If that's a major concern, let me know, as we can have a look at getting that painted for you as part of the deal if that's a huge concern for you. Coming through the front left-hand guard here, as you can see, that's all nice and clean. Just a bit of dust or something on there. It's just coming off with my fingernail, so that'll come off. Tiny little scuff just above that front left-hand guard here. All right, full set of tread on the front left-hand tyres. There's a bit of a scuff just on the outside of this wheel here. I did want to point that out for you as well. Otherwise, the rest of the wheel's tidy as. Coming through the windscreen here for you, as you can see, $23,990 drive away. Our advertised prices, we try and price them to be the cheapest in Queensland. Obviously how you would have come through to us here in Cairns. Obviously, as I would have mentioned, we do freight vehicles all over Australia. And to give you an idea, it only costs $485 to get a car into Brisbane, and usually only about 3 or 4 days. As you can see through there, the roof is extremely clean, no dents, scratches, anything like that. Every car that we sell comes with a clear history report, so it says it hasn't been written off, stolen, or any hail damage or anything like that. As you can see through the back of the car, it's extremely nice in shape, these I30s. And through the boot, there's a very tiny little stone chip there, but otherwise it's all nice and clean through here. All right, coming down our left-hand side here, left-hand rear wheels all nice and clean, no gutter rash or anything like that. And obviously a full set of tread on the back tyres as well. They look nearly brand new, so tyres are all nice and up to date. Obviously through the top, the mirrors and windows all nice and clean through there. And coming back through your passenger's front door, a very tiny little scuff there, but otherwise all nice and clean, and a very minor little scuff on that door handle there that I wanted to point out. Otherwise, the rear door's all nice and clean. Nothing I can really point out to you there. I'll quickly pop the boot open, but I'll go through the right-hand side before going into the interior. The boots in these drop down, so you do get a bit more boot space in these than you do in the in other hatches. And with that, they obviously still give you a full-size spare tyre. Obviously that's brand new, you can still see the lines on there. You got your jack and tools in there as well, so if you are going to get stuck on the side of the road with a flat, you're going to be all taken care of there. All right, coming down the right-hand side for you now, I'll go through this right-hand rear wheel first. There's a very slight little scuff just on the outside of that wheel. Nothing major that you can really see, but I did want to point that out for you as well. And again, like I said, new tyres on there. All right, coming through the top the top right-hand side, that's all nice and clean. And through the driver's door, there's nothing I can point out other than a slight little scuff just behind that door handle there. Otherwise, through the rear's all nice and clean. Just a tiny little scratch just above there, but nothing that's really major. I just want to be as thorough as I can on these videos. Passenger rear doors all nice and clean. Carpet floors, just a little bit dirty. We are going to obviously have that vacuumed for you as well. Otherwise, all nice and tidy through the interior. As you can see, the seats are in really good nick, and they're really comfortable seats in these I30s. So still very practical to move people in the back as well. You've got your aircon vents in the rear. And jumping into the front now. All nice and tidy. You've obviously got your mirror and window controls there. Obviously, like I said, needs a bit of a vacuum on the floors. Otherwise, the seats are in really good nick. Just a little bit of discoloring on this one. I just want to point that out to you there, but otherwise, it's all nice and tidy. All right, I'll jump inside the car and give it a quick start for us and have a look through it. All right, so we do have 2 keys. So you have your main and your spare through here. Obviously, it is a key ignition, so you just put the key in the car to start it up. I'll get that going now and get that aircon cranking. It's a bit hot in here in Cairns. So turn that one up. Icy cold aircon as well, so obviously exactly what you want in a vehicle. As you can see, they've got a beautiful display on these I30s, 59,160 kilometers on it. Through the steering wheel, as you can see, that's all nice and clean. You've got your volume and your cruise control on the right hand side. Give you a good look through the dash. As you can see, that's all nice and clean. Now, one of the best features in these is it does have these nice big touch screens with your modes and buttons on the side, but it also does have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so extremely up to date in these i30s. Aircon controls just here, nice bit of space just behind there with a USB point coming through here. Obviously automatic, so really easy. Just a push button for the handbrake, which you can take on and off just by pushing it down and up. And obviously with these still, you do have a nice clear reversing camera. I know it's a bit hard to see in the video, but they're really nice. So a little bit of couple of cup holders through there, and a 12-volt point in there as well. But the last thing I'll go through is the service history, as when you're purchasing a car, it's going to be one of the most important factors to see how well a car has been maintained. Obviously, all the vehicles that come through us go through our workshop, so they've been fully mechanically checked out, and you know that you've got that dealer backing behind you. So 15,000, 31,000, 46,000, and then 59,000. So a full logbook service history. It's been serviced on time every time. Has just recently been serviced, so it's not going to be due until 74,000 kilometers. So obviously, when you're looking at purchasing a vehicle, it's going to be one of the most important parts as to how well it has been maintained. And obviously, like I said, that dealer backing, knowing it's been fully inspected and checked over by us here at Pacific Toyota. But that'll conclude my virtual tour. If you did have any questions or anything that I've missed, please let me know. But obviously at $23,990, the i30 holds extreme value because they're extremely up to date and a beautiful looking car. Any questions, like I said, please let me know. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I can't wait to hear what you think. Thanks again.